Good morning. So let's rise and offer a bow to Heavenly Parents and True Parents, and then we'll recite pledge. So Heavenly Parents, True Parents, Kimbe, Aro, and let's recite pledge number, I believe it's 2. Yeah. Our family, the owner of Chonilguk, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and True Parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. Thank you. Please be seated and join me in the prayer. We need to correct the spelling of centering on the pledge to the English spelling, right? Okay. Please join me in prayer. Beloved Heavenly Parent and True Parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, thank you so much that we could gather today, Easter Sunday, where your Son, Jesus Christ, we commemorate his resurrection on this day, a time when you could give hope to humanity that one day in the future, because of his victory on the cross, you could send again your representative, the second coming of Christ, to lead humanity to the marriage supper of the Lamb, and that all humanity, all of us, can receive the blessing and be born into your lineage, which was your original ideal. And you want all of us on earth today, all of us who have lived before and yet to come, to be in your family, to be living together with you every moment of every day, and to experience joy in that relationship. We see that the world is not there yet. There are many conflicts still raging, even in our own Europe and Middle East region. We pray that you can bring peace, you can work through us to bring peace to the world, and you can protect and guide brothers and sisters in conflict zones, that they can be safe, that they can have a good effect on the communities around them. They can help to protect the communities around them by their devotion and by their attendance to our true parents. Heavenly Parents, we pray for leaders of the world to understand your heart, the heart of a parent longing for your children, and that it is not your will that your children should be in conflict with each other. We pray you can bring understanding to the hearts of all political, religious leaders, military leaders who are engaged in these current conflicts in Middle East, in Ukraine, in Africa, in South America, wherever there are conflicts. We pray that your understanding can come to those who can influence the outcome, the development of peace in those areas. Heavenly Parent, as we celebrate this Easter Sunday, the resurrection of your Son, Jesus, also 91 years ago, Jesus could commission our true Father to take up the mantle, to find the truth, to bring humanity to a deeper understanding of your heart of expectation as you created, your lamentation at the fall, and your hope throughout human history as you struggle to bring your children back to a true understanding of themselves, ourselves, that we can make that connection, reconnection with you. Heavenly Parents, so this is a joyful day, a memorable day, and we pray that our true mother, who is in hospital now, can also be celebrating this time with you and with all of our brothers and sisters around the world. There is joy in our heart in spite of the pain that we see around us, and we pray that that joy can slowly fill the world, and that the pain of history can be erased from your memory. Heavenly Parent, we want to offer this service to you. We pray that we can be in your presence. We can understand your heart. You can speak to each one of us in many different ways, in the hellos we say to each other, the meals we share after the service, and the sermon and testimony that we are going to hear from our Empower team. In every way that you can talk to us, let us be open to hear your word, your voice. I want to report this with gratitude and in attendance to our Holy Mother Han. In my name, Aja, mold of a blessed family, Arju. Arju. Thank you. Welcome once again. There are seats in the front, actually. So these are not reserved seats. So you can come to the front. Don't be shy. So welcome once again. As you know, I mean, you see the chocolates on the shelf, so you know the Easter eggs. You know it's Easter, right? And the hot cross buns. We had some nice hot cross buns at the lecture practice workshop yesterday at Livingston House. So we know it's Easter, right? So happy Easter, Christ has risen. So this is an incredible thing to realize that this day we celebrate Christ's giving hope to humanity by his resurrection. And also, 91 years ago, True Father finally said yes. You know, it wasn't an easy task to take upon himself, but then finally, Father knew that if he didn't take on this responsibility, then who would? So he walked this tortuous path to search for the principle and to search for our true mother. So this is an incredible day, and let's have that, you know, smile on our face as we recognize the victory that Jesus brought and that our true parents also have brought. So let's now welcome before we welcome the worship team, I just want to say that the sermon today will be given by Erica Grants, and Alexandra Mihai would give a testimony afterwards. I got the names right? Yeah. Okay. And even the pronunciations were on point, yeah. So I would like to actually invite the Empower team here so we know who they are. Can you line up here? And because they are leaving on Tuesday, they're leaving for a month. They'll be back on the 15th of May. So they're going out to do another mission and a workshop. Then please come up. And then they will return. You may not know what they've been doing, but it's exciting stuff that they've been doing. And hopefully they will share with us something of what they've been doing since they arrived on the 20th of January, 75 days ago. So team leader Erica Grants and Chang Hayong, Alexandra Mihai, Jinnie Tai, and Te, and Alan Marianov. Okay. So they've been working so hard. I experienced the work that they did last, was it Friday? Friday, because they had a Korean cultural event in the outdoors, because the room that they had reserved and confirmed, it turned out that because of this Easter, it was not open. So I thought, yeah, let's cancel. But no, they went ahead, and incredible, and 26 to 30 people at the peak were there, inspired to learn about true parents, well, Korea, first of all, and then they introduced something about what they are doing to them. So it's incredible work that they do. And since they're going away, I'm wondering who is going to be carrying on what they're doing. You know, it's like we have to step up and support them, right? Of course, we have been supporting them, and when they return, we will redouble our efforts to do even more, right? So thank you so much. This is our incredible team. Please give them a warm round of applause. Yeah. Thank you. Now you can sit down. So now let's welcome up our worship team to lead us in a couple of songs. Then we'll have our happy birthdays, and then the children can leave after the happy birthdays. Children, whose birthdays in April? Anybody? Yay! Can you cut the cake for us later? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's rise and sing.
Morning, everyone. There we go. So we have some new, one particular new band member this morning. You might recognize her. And So we're going to begin this first song. Do you feel unified, everyone? Yes. That's surely good. Over to you, Dawn. Feel more unified now. Yes. That's good. We're slowly unifying with our tech department. It's getting there, slowly. How did it sound at the back, Sonia? How did it sound? Oh, that's good. That's good. At the back and at the front. Okay, so the next song is up there on the screen. So we are one in the spirit. We will work together. much.
So we're going to have our birthdays. Yes, yeah, you can please be seated. April birthdays. If we've missed anybody out, just raise your hand and we'll quickly add you to the list. We'll try to. So for April under 20s, Haruka Hoshiko on the 1st of April. On the 11th of April. Can we change that? Yeah, okay. 11th, so not yet, okay. That was an April Fool thing, yeah, okay. And then on the 6th, David Zubovskis. Wow. How old is David? We don't have the ages there. No ages, right? Okay. And on the 19th is Olivia Hewish. I think they had a birthday yesterday. Yeah. Celebrations. On the 21st is Jonas Lindstrom. And the over 20s, I hope, on the 1st, Tanya Chandler and Carlos Santos. And on the 6th, tomorrow, Dawn Pollitt. Is that correct? Yeah. And on the 6th, and Alice Thompson on the 6th as well. Okay, twins. On the 7th, Jinsu Chen. On the 8th, Abby Roselli. On the 26th, Jason Biddlecombe. In-laws are here. On the 27th, Anna Kashkai. On the 28th, Sabina Miller. And on the 30th, Luz Marina Anderfeld. Yona Barrett on the 12th. Under 20, over 20s, yeah. Yona Barrett. Okay, we should add that to it, yeah. And Cassian, 1 year old? 2 years, of course, yeah. Well, 1 year old, yeah, okay. Yeah. He's a when is Cassian? 27th, okay. 27th, Cassian. Okay. Please update the records when you can. So let's sing happy birthday to birthday people. And we have a cake. So is Olivia here? No. She's, okay, yeah. Still in the party, right. So who's Alice? Dawn, Alice, and Haruka. Just sisters, right? Cassian. Cassian, yes. Grandma says Cassian. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Okay, Haruka, Cassian. With a little help from there. Let's blow the candles, Cassian. Haruka's going to blow them. Blow. Ooh. Again. You need some help. And now we can cut the cake as well. Okay. Yes. Cassian, look at the caterpillar. So anybody whose birthday is today, can you come to the front and we'll pray for you? The birthdays, come to the front. Sorry, Alice, can you come again? So if it's your birthday in April, even if we didn't have your name on the list, let's say a prayer for you in the front. Betty, sorry, Betty. Okay, so let's... I Okay, let's pray. Okay, beloved Heavenly Parents, true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, thank you so much for all your beautiful sons and daughters whose birthdays fall in April and who are here or online or at home. We pray that they can have good health in this coming year. All their dreams can be fulfilled for this year, and they can become stronger and stronger and more united with you, more connected to your heart, to be able to bring joy to you and also to receive your love abundantly. Heavenly Parent, please give them good health, and we pray that they can be an inspiration to all those around, continue to be an inspiration to all those around them. I want to report this with gratitude in attendance to our Holy Mother Han. In my name, Ajamol of a Blessed Family, Aju. Aju. No, we'll add it. Sorry, yeah, we'll add it. So now children can go to your Sunday school, and if there's a harp meeting, I don't think there is, but if there is, you can go as well. And then we'll welcome up we have announcements, actually. Yeah. Let me... So we have a few announcements for this week, some national, some local. So we have a songwa for Gordon Franklin on the 13th of April in Southend. So if anybody wants to go, I mean, there are a few from our community going, but if you can offer a ride to anyone, let me know so I can link you with people who are looking for a ride. I am going from my side, crossing the bridge and then to Southend. So anybody in Maidstone or Bromley that wants a ride from me, let me know. Okay, so that's on the 13th. Also, we're going to have a prayer vigil for 3 days, the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, before this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we'll post the link so you can join for the prayer vigil as well. The annual gathering festival this year will be from the 20th of June to the 21st of June, Cleeve House. So we're looking for volunteers. That's a QR code to scan, to register, to be a volunteer. Okay. Also, we have a Hyojong Chombo Spring Special Great Works. It's online or in Korea, if you can afford the fares these days to Korea. So 1st of May to the 3rd of May, please scan to register. United Football, don't talk about football. Okay, United Football Games. Through football, the project aims to encourage unity, mutual respect, and hope among the younger generations. This is in Germany from the 1st of July to the 5th of July. So please scan and join. Also support them. They need help financially, so there's a GoFundMe there to help support that initiative, even if you can't go. Yeah. There's a 14-day Divine Principle workshop. This is the truth that can give life. Yeah. So this is in Gafflenz in Austria from 18 years old to 40 years old. Welcome. 27th July to the 9th of August. Explore the heart of the Divine Principle, deepen your faith, and build lasting friendships in this workshop. Is Chris here? Christopher, can you give your slides to the back? So that, yeah, and then we can invite you later to, yeah. There's a European Carp workshop, Chariots of Fire. Wow, Chariots of Fire. Open to members and guests who have already received some kind of education from our movement. From the 24th of August to the 30th of August in Hamburg, Germany. Ages 18 to 35. Once again, scan the QR code to register. Okay, there's a young adults retreat in September this year. Save the date. More details are coming soon. 11th September to 14th September. Scan for more information. This is a local. It's not on the national news, but I thought it's not too late if you want to join the workshop starting tomorrow. At Livingston House, there's a 7-day workshop with a theme, The Journey of Life is Many Things, but at its core, it is a journey of the heart. And the lectures will be given by Dr. David Hanna and with support from the UPA missionaries from North London. So please register. It's a holiday week, right? So maybe you have time, and there's always new things to learn. We had Christopher Bennett is going to give a report from yesterday's Divine Principle lecture practice workshop. So even in teaching the Divine Principle or learning to teach, you learn new things all the time. So even David Hanna, who was leading it yesterday, could get new insights from the young people who were teaching, doing their lecture practice. So you can always learn new things. You can always learn deeper because it's a divine principle. It's God's truth. So yeah, please register if you haven't. I'm speaking to my wife as well and myself. Yeah. Okay, next. Yes. Next week, we're going to have a Lost Golden Egg Hunt, Easter Adventure at Livingston House. So it's after the service. You're all welcome from ages 0 to 11. No. All are welcome, yeah. So, but please bring a potluck lunch, because it will also be the last day of the 7-day workshop, and they will be having their lunch. But it's kind of a difficult logistical operation to feed everybody, unless Jesus inspires us today and we can make that miracle. But if you bring a potluck lunch, that will be the miracle of love. So you can share that, and the children can enjoy their lost golden egg hunt. Whoa. Wish I was young again. Okay. German summer event. This is a clash. 20th June. So, because there's the annual gathering festival. But it's going ahead. So, we have many guests who've been coming many years. Therefore, it's really crucial this year to find volunteers who are available to support in the music and tech. So please contact Sigrun, and let's make a miracle happen. Okay, Aju? Aju. Okay, and are there any more? Yeah, so keep updated. And I'm going to invite Christopher Davis up to... Christopher Bennett. Okay. There's 2 Christopher Davises, so that outweighs a Christopher Bennett. So anyway, Christopher Bennett up to give a short report on yesterday's lecture practice. Okay. We are still transferring slides, so that's why. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. Okay. We put our tech team under pressure in order to help them grow quicker. But yeah, we thank them for... Yeah, you can use that one. Yeah. We thank them for bearing with us. Yeah. Okay.
So yesterday we had our one-day Divine Principle lecture practice. In the past, we were doing it all on Zoom, where all the participants who gave a lecture spoke for about 15 minutes. But this one-day seminar was special. We did for 20 minutes. And we had 7 participants. So each participant who completed their 20-minute seminar, they were awarded a Level 1 Divine Principle Lecture Award certificate. And for some of them, actually, it was their first time giving a live lecture in front of an audience. So it was a very special moment for many of them. Our next one will be for Level 2, and then finally Level 3. So, yeah, so thank you very much. Yep, that's it.
Do we have any...
We're trying.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. So actually, we had a little short talk from Dr. David Hanna. He gave us on how to give effective lectures. And then there should be one with... I got one with 4 pictures, just as some sample ones of some of the speakers. And then we had... did I send them to him? I'm not sure. Anyway, I think that's it.
Fine. In the newsletter, we'll have all the pictures there, and you can see. So congratulations to all those who participated. Yeah, thank you very much for your efforts. Okay, so now let's welcome up our worship team for a couple of more songs.
Yeah, the pastor said not to mention the football, but if you're from Southampton, you don't mind mentioning the football. So next song is a song that John Denver made very popular. It's called Today. We used to sing it a lot in the past.
Today, while the blossom still clings to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows will all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. I'll be your dandy and I'll be your rover. You'll know who I am by the song that I sing. I'll feast at your table, I'll sleep in your clover. Who cares what tomorrow may bring? Today, while the blossom still clings to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows will all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. I can't be contented with yesterday's glory. I can't live on promises, winter to spring. Today is my moment, and now is my story. I'll laugh and I'll cry and I'll sing. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows will all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine today.
Okay, so next song is a newer song, Met by Love. It's chosen particularly by Rhiannon. So Rhiannon and Dawn will lead us into this one.
There is none. There is none, none like you. Who can know my heart like you do? For all creation sings your song. I will join with them, declaring your glory. There is none. There is none, none like you. Who can know my heart like you do? For all creation join with them, declaring your glory. There is none, none like you, who can know my heart like you do. For all creation sings your song, I will join with them, declaring your glory. We can run straight into your arms, unafraid. 'Cause every time we need you, we're met by love. We can lift our hands to heaven, full of faith. 'Cause every time we need you, we see your face. We can run straight into your arms, unafraid. 'Cause every time we need you, we're met by love. We can lift our hands to heaven, full of faith. 'Cause every time we see you, we see your face. We see your face. We see your face. We see your face. Oh, we see your face. We see your face. We see your face. We see your face. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord. There is no one like you. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord. There is no one like you. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord. There is no one like you. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord. There is no one like you. There is no one like you, Lord. You, Lord.
Yeah. Please be seated. Yeah, yesterday when we were preparing the slides, I realized that we didn't have that John Denver song on our playlist. So I was typing out the lyrics, and I thought, is this appropriate for a Sunday service? It's good for what do you call it, for a workshop. But then I realized that today is the day that Jesus gives us that promise of eternal life, right, by his resurrection. So as an exception, today, and the sweet wine of Jesus. So yes, yeah, we have to look at those lyrics from heaven's viewpoint and see if, I can't be contented with yesterday's glory and look to tomorrow, what we can what the promises for tomorrow are, winter to spring. Today is my moment, and now is my story. Jesus' story is today. Yes, thank you, worship team, for that. And let's welcome up Erica Grants to begin, and then later on, Alexandra will join. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, give me a moment. What do I do? What am I supposed to do? Okay, all right. Oh, goodness. Okay, I might need someone who is a tech savvy up here. Because right now, don't look. You know how to do it? Maybe yes. Is it? In the meantime, feel free to greet your neighbor, make small talk, ask about the weather. He's coming.
Just hit F11 as well. Cool. Thanks, bro. Good lessons.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, you may finish your conversations. Thanks. Okay, again, good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good Sunday morning. Yes, my name is Erica, as it has been said. I am 21 years old. I'm from Hungary, and I will be giving a report, an overview of what Empower has been up to in the past 75 days. We actually arrived January 20th, and that's how long we have been here for. Hopefully, it can give you an idea of what certain resources are going towards, but also maybe inspiration for what can be done after we're gone, or what is something that you can join into. And also, hopefully, it can be motivation for other young people to also join Empower next year, like William, right? I would like to start with some God's words. This is one of my favorite Bible verses. It's from the book of Isaiah. It says, "Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, 'Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?' And I said, 'Here am I, send me.'" Yes, Aju. I think Empower is a very special group in that right now, I think we're the only 1-year-long gap year program in Europe in our movement. And we're definitely growing. I think it's only the 3rd year that it has been going on. But I truly feel that all of the people who signed up and decided to dedicate this 1 year to doing full-time mission are here for a reason. And we're chosen to be sent here to the UK of all places. And we all have this kind of power inside ourselves of wanting to or this motivation in ourselves of wanting to make a beautiful offering while we are here. And who are the people who were sent here? This is the team. You already saw us. We are a very diverse group in terms of culture, religious background, life of faith level. As you can see, originally there were 6 of us because we were joined by AJ from Manchester, who since then has already returned back. So right now there's only 5 of us. There is Alexandra from Romania, Hyung from Korea, me from Hungary, Alin from the UK, although he grew up in Bulgaria, and also Jinya from Malaysia. This is our little group, and there was also AJ from Guinea-Bissau. Yes. And for this picture, we are also joined by David Wurzer, who was just in the weekly news, current national leader of Austria. He's our central figure. He's basically overseeing our life of faith in a way. I report to him, I tell him what's up. He works for Empower. Yes, he's a great guy. He was here at some point. This is the team. And our goals coming here in January were, our main internal goal as a team was to be the light for the world. We wanted to bring hope to the community, although I do know that this community is already amazing. It's one of the biggest communities in Europe. There's a lot going on. And we weren't sure if we would be needed even, but we wanted to still bring hope and just help out wherever we can. And our action steps were to maximize outreach. We had a goal of bringing 4 people who can stay and attend events regularly even after we're gone. We wanted to support Chonshimon Providence, which is to offer devotion for everything that's going on across the world, but also for this community, to attend prayer vigils at least once a week, and also to unite with the community and plug into whatever is going on. And before we came here, we had a guidance from Michael LaHogue, and he brought this quote that really stuck with me. It says, "Whatever you do, if your motivation is to improve the work of God and His kingdom, then your actions are good, no matter how trivial or menial they appear." And it's a quote from True Father. Sometimes doing mission, it feels this way. Sometimes our actions don't feel like they're creating a big change, but at the end of the day, if all we can do is show up, then that's what we're going to do, because already that's something. Already we show our commitment, and yeah, sometimes all you can do is just make the effort to go to an event and just sit there and listen, and already that is something great. So I had to remind myself of this quote sometimes. We might not be starting a revolution in London, we might not be talking to the president, but if we can be 5 extra people at one of our events, then for me, that is already worth it. This is the first picture that we took after coming to the UK. It's in the Chonshimon and Livingston House. Still, the UPA cadets were here. When I think about us coming here, I think of the story when Jesus sent out the first missionaries in Christian history. There's several verses in the Bible that describe his guidance to these people who were sent out, basically saying, I will not give you money, you will not take food, you don't even know what's going to happen, but still go and God will take care of you. And of course, we had a budget and we had a roof above our heads, which is great, but still in many ways it felt this way for me, a lot of uncertainty. We came from a workshop in Albania, in Mullet. So all of us were super sick. It's cold in Albania. And many times there was no power, so no heating. Yes, super sick. We were a little bit confused. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't receive a lot of information about anything. But hey, we were still super determined to do our best, and that we did. Yes. Thank you. Just a heads up, during this report, I will be showing you all what we did week by week, and then later on, maybe if you're more interested in testimonies, that will also come. But first, I will be going through pictures and that kind of stuff. So yeah, prepare for that. First week, that was January 20th to January 24th. This was, for some of us, our first time in the UK. For some of us, we live here or they have already been here during a winter break. But it was a time for us to kind of settle down and figure out the situation. There was a lot of communication between us and UPA, trying to inherit from them to the best of our abilities, meeting Livingstone House residents for the first time, who are the people that we were living with for these 2.5 months. Also learning about British culture. I remember on the first week we sat down and we watched a documentary about the UK, because I felt like if you're sent to a country, you're supposed to love it more than the people who actually live here. That's how you can be a good missionary. You have to love the country more than anyone else, and then you will be able to mobilize the spirit world. So we were able to go sightseeing for the first time. We didn't know how that public transport worked, so we got to Tate Modern for some reason. It wasn't that great, but hey, we were doing our best figuring out the bus and the subway and the train. And we also had we were lucky enough to be able to attend a pantomime. Thank you so much, Pastor Aja, that was great. And of course, hospital visits, we were all sick, right? Oh, and there was a carp game night. I don't have any pictures, but that was our first time for many of us meeting the carp members. Week two, we went for the first time to Greenwich campus. Overall, during our whole time here, we were witnessing on Greenwich campus, which is great, historic place, full of tourists, super fun. And because it's full of tourists, no one will question you if you're just walking around on campus, which is good for us. And we received so much support from Miyako-san and Uncle Farhad while we were witnessing. It's actually crazy. So shout out to them. Thank you so much. Yes. Special appreciation. We were able to go to the Greenwich campus for the first time with the help of Uncle Farhad, and he showed us around. And for many of us, we were learning how to witness from the basics. I have some experience. Alexandra has experience because she's ex-leader of Romania Carp, if we care about such big words. And also, Ginia had some experience, but for most of us, the other team members, it was a lot of guidances that we need to watch, and also overcoming the fear of talking to strangers, which is something that most of us have already overcome during fundraising. But during witnessing, it's different because you're supposed to build relationships with people. It's all about being interested in whatever they have to say. And fundraising is not like that. In fundraising, you tell them what you're up to, they give you £5 and you're off. But here, we're trying to build lifelong relationships, and that's scary sometimes, especially if you're an introvert. So that's what we were working on. Also, we attended 3 goodbye parties for UPA. I've seen everyone cry, and it was great. And also, we went to Lancaster Gate for the first time. There was a BCSE event going on, which is very near and dear to my heart because previously in my mission, I was very involved with witnessing to Christianity. So that was a very comforting moment for me, and I really enjoyed it. Week 3, new milestones. Again, we had our first meetup with guests outside of events. But even more importantly, we organized our first event. We organized a carp talk in a Costa Cafe. It is a recurring problem that we do not have a venue because it's very tough to book a room in Greenwich campus because of the student union. But that is why we were trying to find a different place, and this Costa Cafe was nice enough to let us be there for a few hours. And we had 9 guests, which was very surprising. I did not expect that. That was great. And also, there was a lot of support from Uncle Farhad and Miyako-san. So the reason why we wanted to do a carp talk was because we wanted to do something internal but also something very simple. If you do a culture event, that means you have to count with food, content, maybe some props to show the culture. It's a lot of work. However, a carp talk, we usually choose a speech or an excerpt from True Parents' words, and we read it together with the guests. And this already gives us a basis upon which we can introduce True Parents as icons of peace, as peace activists, as founders of CARP. And then we can get closer to the guests by talking about this topic that the speech is on. So this worked out really well for us. CARP Talks are very simple events that we went back to many times because they're just very easy to organize. Yes. Moving on to the next week, we had the first CARP event that's conjoined with CARP London. It is a bit confusing because there's CARP Greenwich, which is where we were doing most of our events, but a little bit separated is also CARP London, but not really separated. It's like a Venn diagram. Anyways, yes, so we had our first CARP event that wasn't organized by us, to which we could also bring guests. To the CARP movie night, we were able to bring 2 of our guests, and it's only week 4. Great. And also, we wanted really badly to get closer to CARP, so we were happy that they were reaching out a lot. So a lot of appreciation to all CARP members who came over to Livingston House and brought us food and stuff. Very appreciated. And we did our second CARP talk. Easy to organize. That's why we did it. And we had 8 guests, and this time we were organizing it on campus, but then again, we couldn't get a room, so it was just the main hall of campus. And we already have returning guests. So you see, you will be able to see on the pictures how a guest's relationship with us can grow so much because they just keep coming back. And we also had our first one-on-one meetup where we actually studied the divine principle. Yes, I think as a missionary, there's a lot of things that we have to improve in parallels. So at the same time, we're working on our own life of faith because this is a training program after all. We want to go home feeling like we have a more stable and a more deep and sincere relationship with Heavenly Parent. But also, at the same time, we're learning how to share this with people. That means lecture practice. That means working on unity within the team. And at this point, I think we already started lecture practice, trying to figure out how we want to give lectures, what is something that can do justice to the content. And this is also very challenging, but very fun once you get the hang of it. Oh, and on this week as well, we attended a Bible study, which is something I would like to highlight, because for not many, but a few people on our team have never read the Bible before, because they come from a country where Christianity is just not part of the curriculum. For me in Hungary, I had to study the Bible during literature class because it's just something everyone in the nation has to do, and because Hungary's history is built upon Christianity. But for Malaysia or for Korea, that is not the case. So for them, our members from those countries, there was a lot of things that they were not familiar with. And this will be also a recurring thing, trying to have them understand Christianity more, because UK is also, the history of the United Kingdom is also built upon Christianity. But in general, if we're in Europe, I think it's good to understand Christian values, because that's how you can get along with Europeans more. So that's also something that we spent a lot of time on. We read the whole book of Mark. We attended some Bible studies, and later on it will come back that we hung out a lot with Christian youth. Okay, week 5. Amazing Chinese New Year celebration. Thank you so much, Rainbird family, for having us. We were able to celebrate with them, which I think was mostly special, or the most special for Jinye, because he's from Malaysia, and the Rainbird family is half Malaysian. So I was really happy to see him being able to reconnect to his culture even here, and for not having to spend such a special holiday by himself with a bunch of ignorant Europeans. I don't know. But he, of course, got to work, and he was cooking up everything for us. And thank you so much, Auntie Ayin, as well. Okay, week 5, surprise, surprise, Malaysian culture event. We stay on the topic of Chinese New Year. This was the first culture event that we did. Again, culture events that we do are super cursed. We always find a place to hold them, and then something always happens. This is just something that we have to prepare for, because without fail, it happens every single time at this point. I'm not even going to expect anything else. But yeah, we lost our room last minute, and then it was just Alexandra, I, and 2 of our guests just running around the university trying to find a room where we can hold this event. And hallelujah, praise the Lord, we found one. And we had 12 guests who were able to learn about Malaysian culture through this event. And with CARP, sharing culture or like intercultural activities is something that we like to emphasize. It's intercultural activities, interfaith activities, and overall, CARP is an organization or a youth group that helps young people grow their character. And that is why we try to do everything, maybe change it up from week to week and organize different events. But that was one of our main goals as well, to do at least one culture event, and finally with this Malaysian culture event we were able to do so. We also were able to do 4 meetups in a week, and this is the week when we started the online lecture practices, which bore their fruit yesterday during the in-person lecture practice training day, yes. And this week also the special great works was happening. I would like to point out that all throughout our stay here, we were aiming to attend at least 1 prayer vigil per week. Sometimes we attended just the Chanyang. Also, we start and we close all of our days in the Chonshimon. And I brought this quote from the Chambumeram, which says, by praying and offering Jongsang at Chonshimbon, we can find the insight and wisdom to solve our problems. I cannot recommend Chonshimbon enough. Please, if you have any internal troubles, something that you wish to offer up, something that you wish to overcome, I can testify to it. 10 out of 10 recommend. Please go. Spirit world will listen, and you will be reborn. Please do so. Yes, so we were able to attend a special Great Works, which was, I think, a time for us to reflect. At this point, we have been here for 5 weeks, right? That's half point about of our stay here, which means we need to redetermine, reflect, recharge, and spend some time one-on-one with Heavenly Parent. Being a missionary can be, I'm pretty sure all parents understand, but when you're always in a position to give, sometimes it gets a little hard. So we are not very used to this as mostly teenagers or young adults. So to have this time where we can just focus on ourselves and read God's words or listen to messages from Korea, I think this was a special time to do that. On the 6th week, we had team record 7 meetups in a week. At this point, every single person on the team has done a meetup, which was something that I wanted to push the team for. Some of us are introverts. Some of us don't enjoy talking to people, which is totally fine. But it's good to experience what it's like to give a lecture one-on-one at least once. So this was the time to do so. And somehow it happened in such a small time. Like in the span of, I think, 4 days, we did these 7 meetups. And also, we did our first event in Livingston House, which was a trivia night with 11 participants. And we also had some CARP members or some community members attending. The the advantage of holding events in Greenwich campus is that people can easily make their way there, but also the disadvantage is that they won't be getting to know our community members. We wanted to have an event in Livingston House so that they would become more familiar with the environment, but also to meet more members of the community. Because once we leave, if no one from the community knows our guests, then there will be nothing holding them here, right? Or there's nothing that really connects them to the movement itself, or nothing that can inspire them to keep listening to Divine Principle lectures. And therefore, somehow we had to find a way through which they can meet CARP members. Also, Miekos and Uncle Farhad have a lot on their plate, so maybe someone other than them as well. Yes, this was the first event when we were able to do so, and that is why it's such a great victory. On the same week, we had the National Sunday Service, where our team was able to help with the offering table. For all of us, it was our first time doing so. And the brothers helped with doing interviews, and all of us offered a song. We sounded good, right? Hopefully, I don't know. And later on, we had a camera masterclass where we were able to learn how to operate the technological system in the back. And this was also the week when our central figure, David Wurzer, visited from Austria. So he came to check in on us and also offer more guidance. This was our second time sightseeing in London. Finally, we were able to see something other than the Tate Modern. Yes, and overall, good time. I love London, it's great. Hopefully, I will be able to see even more of it later, who knows. This is the same week. We didn't organize any events of our own that week as Empower, but we were invited to attend a Girls' Day celebration at Miekoson's house, and we were able to meet two long-time guests, Anna and also Megan. The two sisters in the picture have been connected to Miekoson and Uncle Farhad for years at this point, and that is why we wanted to get to know them. And this was also a good way for the sisters to have some time away from their brothers. We love you guys, but man, it was good time to recharge. And the brothers also, they had fun. They went out with Pastor Raja and Uncle Farhad, so don't worry, they were being accounted for at that time. And it was a birthday week. We had my birthday, Hayoung's birthday, and Sunjin's birthday. And again, appreciation for Auntie Maria for the amazing cakes that she bakes every single time someone has a birthday. If you're looking for someone to commission a cake to, please ask her. She's great. And overall, Livingston House residents are very near and dear to my heart because of all the time that we spent together. That week as well was the 2-day workshop that I wouldn't claim it's a victory for Empower team just because we weren't the ones who were organizing it mainly. It's a huge victory for the community. The victory does not belong to Empower team. I feel like we weren't really doing that much. But I was super happy to be able to take part in such a big project. I gave a lecture, Alexander gave a testimony, the brothers helped with the games. But overall, I think it was more the community members who were holding it all together. Like, all we had to do was just show up and challenge ourselves to talk to people, and that was it. So I think that's something that anyone could do. So in the future, if there's such a workshop going on, please check in. It's super fun. It's great. Okay. Week 8, sorry, I hope it's not too boring, but bear with me. Week 8, we had a collaboration with the Music Society in Greenwich. At this point, every single time we went to the campus, we would be meeting at least 10 people that we already know. If you go every day to a place with a limited amount of people who go there, and you keep talking to them, I feel like I know half the students at this point. And it's very easy to just go in and immediately I see a bunch of people I already know just sitting there So we got pretty close with the president of the Music Society, and he asked us to collaborate with him on a music event. And it's all our community members singing there and playing the instruments because they perform multiple songs on campus. This wasn't really a CARP event, but I think it was also a way to get to know more people. We got a lot of contacts out of it. And also, those contacts were able to already see many members of the community, which was useful. And on that same week, we attended a Christian dance production at, I think, a Pentecostal church. We went with our team and David Hewish and two of our guests. Three of our guests. Yes. So we weren't even the ones organizing the event, but you see where this is going. We're still spending time with our guests, which is very practical. We don't have to do anything. We just have to hang out with them. And I was happy to, again, be in a Christian environment where maybe those from my team who aren't so familiar with the Bible or the story of Jesus were able to experience this Christian spirit. The whole production was 1.5 hours of just dancing, and it was amazing. It was very stereotypical of, actually, it's all right. The plot is not important. It was just great. That's what's important. On this same week, we had a CARP talk with, I think, 10 guests this time. And we attended our first YSP event at Lancaster Gate, which was a conversation cafe game night, and we were able to bring one guest. On week 9, AJ left. Sad. We attended our last CARP event together, and afterwards he went to Manchester. If you remember, that was the time when the other UPA missionaries arrived. And this was also the week where we hosted the UK National Devotion. And lastly, another important thing that happened that week was the UPF Principles of Peace seminar, where we weren't able to bring any guests, but going back to this quote that I shared before, no matter how menial it appears, no matter how unimportant it seems, even just showing up can go a long way. This is not everyone who was there, by the way. This was the young people group picture. There was actually a lot of participants. And we're closing in on the end of our stay. Last week, Hyung was in the choir for the first time, or second time. We had a CARP game night where we were able to bring 5 of our own guests from Greenwich. And Jinny and I attended the White Talk in Lancaster Gate. And our last week, this was on Friday, this was the Korean culture event where 20 guests showed up. It's, I think, the most guests we have had so far. For our last event of being here, we wanted to do something more lighthearted, but also something that can connect us very deeply with these guests so that they have a good impression about CARP. Yes, and even though we had many complications with the venue, we had to hold the event at some benches. It's not as bad as it sounds. I think it was very cozy and very cute still. But yes, this was a time for many of our returning guests to meet us for last time because the exam season is coming up for the next month. Basically, we're going to be fundraising, but on Greenwich University, many people have already ended their school year and many people are taking exams, so we wouldn't be able to see them a lot anyways. And yeah, I think it was the perfect end to the first half of us being the first half of the time of that Empower is spending here. Yes, we prepared some Korean foods, and Hyung and I gave a talk about culture, and later on we were able to just fellowship with all the participants and exchange contacts, and they were all able to meet. Pastor Aja was there, Uncle Farhad was there. Oh, no, sorry, Uncle Farhad was not there. Mieko-san was there, so sorry. But they were able to meet both of them. And lastly, yesterday we had the lecture training day with Dr. David Hanna, where 3 of us received the recognition of being level 1 lecturers after 2.5 months of lecturing. Isn't that nice? I really enjoyed it. I think there's always a lot to learn, and the study of the divine principle, you can never say that you know everything. So there's always something new to learn. There's always something to improve in. Externally, that was everything that we have been up to for the last 2.5 months. Hopefully, everyone is satisfied. If not, please text me. We can work on it. Don't worry. And the next step, so as it has been mentioned before, on Tuesday, the whole team is flying back to Austria for some fundraising. Yay. We're going to be doing a 21-day condition, and beforehand and after, there's going to be a workshop. So we're going to be going to Albania for a second workshop, and on May 15th, we're flying back. So this is not teary goodbye yet. You will see us. And we have a lot of great plans for after we come back. The university will probably less lively because of summer break, which means we will hopefully be able to organize more events for community members. So when we do come back, please be ready. Clear out your schedule, and whatever is going on, we will let you know. But of course, we will be continuing witnessing as well. And for those of our guests who are from the UK or who are here at that time, we will continue giving lectures too. And since the university campus is going to be more calm, for those who are starting out witnessing or those who want to try witnessing at least once in their lives, this can be a perfect opportunity. It's going to be very laid back, very calm environment. So if you are interested, please do tell us so that we can take you and we can support you. And yeah, witnessing is a lot of fun. You meet all kinds of people, so I can only recommend it. So that was all of the external things about our team. And now for more internal, more personal experiences, I'm going to welcome up Alexandra for a testimony.
I don't know if everyone sees me. I'm quite a small person. So if you see half of my face, well, I will move like this. Can I move like that? Okay. Yeah, because this... Anyway. Yeah, so nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Alexandra. As you know, we mentioned already multiple times. I'm a little bit older. I'm 26. And I am from Romania. Before coming to Empower, actually, I was taking care of CARP in Romania. So I was leader of the Romania CARP, and also I took care of YSP for quite few months, in a way. Yes. So imagine being here in Empower, having to start from the beginning, from being a participant, learning how to do again witnessing and fundraising, which, of course, I don't want to say that I already have experience because I did many times, but coming here, I wanted to clear up everything, learning everything from the beginning, giving my best in everything. So, sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Yeah. So you can imagine already the environment and what was my feelings in that time. So, oftentimes in our movement, I was put in places where I had responsibility. I need to take care of people. I need to take care of my members. I need to take care of the team, to organize, to do events, to do also open hundokas, which is something that we do in Romania a lot, and take care of also the guests, giving lecture and so on. So imagine all these, this is skills. This is external skills. Now you learn externally how to talk with people, how to give witnessing, But internally, my faith was lacking. Internally, I felt like I am not enough. Internally, I felt like something was small, something was not. Of course, externally, in skills, in our movement, you can grow a lot if you put effort, no, and determination. But internally, if you don't put also determination in growing your faith, you'll be like this. No, it's like a huge distance between each other. No, so how can you connect? How could I connect? So that was my problem. How can I connect internally with Heavenly Parent, with God's heart? What it means to grow a person spiritually, what it means to have a spiritual children. Of course, elder first generation here, they have spiritual children, they grow, they know. But as a younger member, how do we know? No? Of course, we grew up knowing divine principle, we grew up knowing true parents, we grew up knowing our movement, but maybe in our faith, we don't know so much, we question things. So coming here, especially joining Empower, I wanted to develop more, no? So that's why I joined. And coming here in England was totally unexpected, honestly. I was expecting they drop me in Albania or something, or maybe Moldova, but I didn't expect England at all. When I first, I was like, what? I'm going to the milk tea land and biscuits. Heck yeah. Externally, you can say, okay, I can speak English, it's good, no? But totally unexpected, And before, I didn't have so much impression, and I didn't know so much about England. And, there's always stereotypes and concepts, like we know already. These things are often, we encounter often. So I was like, okay, let's open my heart and, clean up everything, get all the experience from fundraising going, and just give my best until the end, as I did before. And starting doing witnessing, it was quite different from Romanians young people. Young people nowadays, they do not look, sadly, so much for God, so much for the purpose, so much for bigger meanings in life. They don't look, which is, it's okay at a point, but they need this driving force, internal driving force to guide them. So coming here and doing witnessing to this type of really multicultural young people was quite challenging. I was used to, okay, do my best, talk to a person, oh, she's so nice, okay, let's keep in contact, and then, easily witness to her. But, man, things are, you really need to put effort. You really need to give our best to touch the other person's heart. And surprisingly, one thing that really impressed me was one young person, one young guest that we have, he keeps going. And he said to us, to me and Erika, we studied Divine Principle together. He said to us that he's afraid we are giving him love only to take advantage. Exactly. I was shocked. I didn't even think about that. And him coming to us, telling us, oh, I'm afraid of this point. I couldn't even imagine. And then I was thinking about all our guests and how they were draw back, to join us, telling, oh, here you can get my contact, but never respond, or thinking we want to take advantage of them and things like that, which is so untrue. No, we want to give love sincerely. That's what we are doing, witnessing, and also through witnessing we are growing our parental heart. So I was shocked. I was rethinking my approaches. I was rethinking my words. How should I give love to these young people? And there was this young girl who I met. Her name is Miriam. And for 3 months, almost 3 months, we stay in contact. And she was sharing a lot about her life and how difficult and many points that she's growing through, difficulties. I went also. And we met only one time, but we continuously contacting, and I was continuously investing. From that boy telling me, taking advantage, I was continuously investing sincerely. Let's meet for coffee. Why not come to an event? Let me present you my friends. And I was trying so hard to, okay, let's maybe call on Zoom. Let's go. Or I was And I'm still trying so hard to show this girl my sincere heart, because I think she felt it in a way after she was sharing her difficulties, but I couldn't. It was like I was in shackles. It was like I couldn't do anything. And I felt this is how maybe Heavenly Parent felt also. No, he's in a parent, we are his children, and he's trying his best to reach to us and talk to us and guidance and giving us so much love, but we are like, maybe sometimes it doesn't happen like that. No, many people outside of our movement, they don't understand this point. They don't realize, they are not so spiritually connected maybe to be guided in such a way. So I felt such deep sadness. I felt like I cannot do anything. I at some point I felt like, should I invest? Should I stop? Should I keep messaging, keep trying to reach this girl? And at the same time, I have this one guest. He's so good. He joined immediately. He was like, what is this book? I want to read. Give it to me. How can I read? And he was coming so much to all our events, and he was so good with all our guests, talking socially, even helping us with the venue. And I was giving him so much guidance, but he was not my focus. Now that I look back and I reflected, he was not so much my focus. I was so sure that he can do it, and he will be forever, and he will get inspired and join, that I didn't put so much effort in guiding him. I was more focused on these people that I couldn't reach. And think this way, God is same. Maybe in difficult times when you feel like, and for me same, in difficult times when I had the thoughts like, God has forsaken me, why am I doing this, especially in fundraising. You don't know, it's like, you feel sometimes God has forsaken you. You feel like God has left you. God is not present in your life. But I realized, wait, God actually has so much trust for me to do my best, and He knows that I will do my best, that He's not focusing so much on me. I have this trust, I have this honor. He is focused on that person who is struggling internally, who cannot connect, who he cannot reach, or things like that. So I feel this way. And in the end, I don't want to say, but even my best one, because I did mistake, I couldn't focus. He's not messaging me now, but it's okay. I will pray more for him, and I will try more to reach him. And I was reflecting a lot on this situation and how I can connect, and through our Heavenly Parent must feel the same. You feel like everything is hopeless, but then actually God is looking at you down and focusing on maybe the other person who is struggling more, who doesn't know where to go, what to do, and his guidance and spiritual, maybe his way of guidance through spiritual work doesn't work, no? So I felt this way, and I was reflecting a lot. How can I improve? How can I do my best? I'm here in Empower. I'm here to witness. I'm here to externally to bring results, not to bring people. But internally, I was always thinking, if I'm not connecting to my heart, then what is the point to guess? What is the point to bringing people? What is the point of having like 10,000 members, but none of them feels connected with Heavenly Parent? And through this, I understood even more. When we look at our true mother now in her situation and how things goes and how Satan and whatever attacks, and you feel deeply pain. Our true mother has so much responsibility that you will think God also has forsaken her, no? I mean, I'm sorry to say, but I had these thoughts, like, she's in there in prison for such a long time. Like, why is nothing happen? Like, why is spiritual world not working? What is going on? But I realized also, I think True Mother is in the same position. Our Heavenly Parent has such a trust, has such a love, has such a parental heart towards True Mother, that maybe He's not focusing so much on her. And I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying in a negative way. I'm saying that maybe he trusts her so much that kind of focusing more on us, on our member, and our hearts, and how we can support as children. And I know each of us has this deep pain in our heart seeing this situation happening, especially because all of us, I think, we love our true mother. No, of course, we love true father also. It's not, we don't put him aside. But our focus now is also on true mother, no? Because she's still here. She still can guide us directly. So going back to my starting journey, going back to how I was in the beginning, before, thinking about this heart of parental heart. And also, I'm not a parent. I'm a young person. I don't have children. I know now how difficult it is to raise, difficult to guide, difficult to take care and teach young people and our children. No, when we look at witnessing, spiritual children are also our children. No? Even though maybe some people they are older than us, but they are still our children. So how we can manage? It's difficult. And before I was just, okay, I can just do my best and, do my responsibility externally and, a good event, people came, result is good. But I didn't take care, I couldn't take care so much as I wanted to. And coming here to England and doing witnessing really taught me this parental heart, how to take care, how to focus on what is important, focus on the one who needs the most, focus on the one who has the most questions, focus on the one who has the most struggles. So I learned this point. Of course, it's not like, I learn and tomorrow I'll do better. No, it's a process. It's baby steps. Every day I'm trying my best to put more effort, to put more sincerity and more love, and transmit, I don't know if it's a word, transmit God's heart, God's love, and our teaching, our movement love, like true love that binds all of us as community, as people, to bring them in also, to show them, hey, here, come here, there's a way. Come, let me embrace you. Let all of us embrace them. So I know it's a long time, and I learned a lot. And I'm actually very excited to come back to restart my journey. And I wrote something, I'm sorry, but so I wrote something at the end. Now my desire is simple. Of course, I'm growing in spiritually, but I want to comfort God through my action. I want to be that person who God can look upon and say, this is my daughter. I don't need to worry about her. She will do great. She will do amazing. And all of us can be like this. We will do great things. I want to be that person and give my best here in England for this community, Riverside, doesn't matter. England for me. Yes, so this is my desire to be best God's child. And I hope that I can inspire you also. I know you're elder gen, you have more experience, but we can always strive for being best God's children. Thank you.
All right, I hope you all enjoyed the testimony from Alexandra. She's my right-hand woman. She's my trusty helper, captain assistant. That's her official position. Do I have time for another testimony? Okay, great. So sorry, guys. Ooh, so sorry, church. So the next testimony giver will be me. Yes, I will be talking about my experience as a captain. We could hear from Alexandra how it was for her to grow through witnessing and how she was able to connect through her experiences with her guests to Heavenly Parent. For me, also, I do know how to spell testimony. I messed up. I know next time I will pay more attention. But yes, as for me, I will be talking about how I was able to discover new things about myself through my relationship with my team members. And to be able to arrive to the current point in time, I would like to start with how I became a missionary, just very shortly. I think it's important for me to not just look at this year itself, but rather this overarching story in order to see how Heavenly Parent has been raising me up. I started missionary work 2 years ago in America as part of Generation Peace Academy. These were all the first years that I was doing mission with. I'm in the middle. I had short, ginger hair. Yes. And in my second year, I joined Heavenly USA, which was a smaller group. My first year was mostly about fundraising and about personally connecting to Heavenly Parent. It was a lot of guidance. It was a lot of interaction with captains, a lot of calls with counselors, just trying to figure out how I fit into this movement and whether it is something that I want to commit my life to. The answer was yes. I did a second year. And in my second year, I was part of a group which was focused on witnessing to Christianity. So through this, I was able to form a really deep and personal relationship with both Jesus and other biblical figures. And a lot of knowledge, most of the knowledge I have about the Bible, I gained last year. But something in me called, or more like Heavenly Parent, has called upon me to offer a third year of mission. But my visa was expired, and so I had to return to Europe, and that's how I ended up in Empower. I'm not on the picture. I was probably doing something else, but still this is the Empower team that I have been working with for the past year. So in the past 2 years, I have never been in a leading position for longer than a few days. Even as a second year, I was still the bottom of the food chain because it's not a bad thing, by the way, but that's how it felt like sometimes. Because all the people I was working with were also second or third or fourth or fifth years. Of course, the people who have been for longer are doing university on the side, or they're getting blessed in that year, so they're not only committing their time to mission, but this is something that they're also taking part in at the same time while doing education or something else. But for me, as a second year, with my twin sister being a captain at the same time, I was very curious about what it might be like to be a leader. I do not mind being a leader, and I think my character fits being a leader in many ways. I don't mind public speaking. I don't mind giving guidances. I have a good amount of knowledge about theology, so I felt like it cannot be that bad. It cannot be that hard. And many times, especially in my second year, I found myself being judgmental of my captains, feeling like maybe I would be able to do a better job in certain things, if not everything. A very arrogant way of thinking, am I right? And this is something, of course, I reported it many times to my counselor or someone who was in charge of my spiritual growth. I told them that I feel this way sometimes, and I know it's not right, but this is very sincerely how I feel, and I'm still not sure whether it was to teach me a lesson or for something else, but for a few days, they put me in a charge of a fundraising team. We were fundraising, so it was 1 week. I was a fundraising captain, and I loved it. And I felt like I could do this forever. I can fundraise less. I can find hundokas. So much fun. So that is kind of what I was expecting when I headed into my third year. Of course, I knew that there would be many challenges that came with being a leader for a longer time, but I wasn't expecting anything groundbreaking, I feel like. And also, I think in my second year, that was also the time when I was struggling a lot with specific captains I had or specific central figures in my life. And there were those whom I felt super hurt by because they were very straightforward with their guidance at times. And I was a sensitive, I am still a sensitive person, but back then it hurt even more. And I ended my second year with having some leftover resentment towards these people. And I was hoping that it would just go away with time, maybe, this resentment. And now we have arrived to current time when I did fundraising captaining for the first half of the year for about 2 months. And for the past 2.5 months, I was the captain of this witnessing team. In many ways, captaining reminds me of babysitting. I had the pleasure to babysit 3 adorable kids last summer for the first time in my life. I am the youngest child, and I have no experience with children, and I do not know I feel very out of place when I'm around children, but this is something I wanted to overcome, and that's why I did babysitting for 3 weeks. 3, 2, a long time. It felt like a long time. But the biggest thing I learned from my babysitting experience is that as I'm taking care of these children, I'm constantly reflecting back on my own experiences growing up, and I put myself in the shoes of my own parents, and I learned how to empathize with them more because I'm in the position to take care of children. So this was my first taste of being a parent, but also the first time that I reflected so deeply on how I used to be as a child and how much trouble I made. And I remember calling my parents afterwards and just apologizing for everything I put them up to, because now, at that point, I knew what it was like to be in that position. And that is why I say that babysitting is like captaining in many ways. It's because I think Heavenly Parent maybe called upon me to do a 3rd year and to do captaining, to humble myself and to remember to remember how I was in my 1st and 2nd year as a member, but I think most importantly to forgive all the people who were not able to love me the way I wanted to be loved, but the way I needed to be loved in that moment. And especially these few people that I felt so hurt by, so resentful towards. And I think through being a captain and long-term experiencing what it's like to have to wake up every day and to walk into the Chonshimon and to start another day when I have to be the model person on the team and to give guidance and to run around if there's no room to hold an event in, and at the same time be contacting my own guests and to be reporting to 5 different people about 5 different things and everything else, and to also keep up my relationship with my family. It was a lot, and I was very challenged in many ways. And I think it culminated in the last couple of days. At some point, I had an argument with Hayoung, and many times when I have arguments with my members, what I do is that I go into a separate room, and I cry, and I pray really hard. And somehow God always hits me with something, what to do. So I had an argument with her, and I went outside, I did my Hundoke condition, and I prayed, and God told me to watch this specific video of one of my past central figures giving a testimony. Hopefully he will never ever hear that I said this, but I think he already knows that I struggle with him a lot because I told him. But anyways, I love him a lot, but for a long time he was the person that I struggled with the most. And he recently gave a testimony, and I never watched it, although the video of it was sent to the group chat that we share with Heavenly USA from my second year. But I never watched it because I just didn't want to see his face again. Anyways, but God told me in my prayer, you have to go and watch that video right now. And so I did. And he shared many things in that testimony from his personal life, but also his time as a leader. And I just found myself, halfway through the video, I was just bawling, because I felt so connected to him, that we're going through the same thing. We're struggling with the same things. And sometimes to be a leader is just so impossible. It's frustrating. You lose yourself sometimes, and then you find yourself again, and then you die spiritually, and then God is like, no, get up, and you have to keep going. And he said this one sentence that I felt like in this whole testimony was personally for me. He said, even when you fall deep into despair, if you keep your faith and fulfill your responsibility, God will lift you up. And I felt how interesting it is that for some time I thought he was the most terrible person on this planet, which is obviously not true, but sometimes it feels that way. And now here I am, and he's consoling me through this video of him giving a testimony, and we're connecting on such a deep level, and he doesn't even know it. I'm just like in my room crying. And how good is God? Am I right? Yes. And also yesterday, for some reason, there was a group call going on in the same group chat, and I had the chance to talk to 2 other sisters who took care of me in my 2nd year. One was a 3rd year, and one was a 4th year. And I was just trying to express it to them, how different I feel remembering their efforts as my team leaders now that I have experienced what it's like. Of course, they didn't really get it because, I don't know, it's very tough to put it into words, but it's a transformative experience in my opinion. And I think had I not done a 3rd year, maybe I would have went home after my 2nd year and forever would have held onto this resentment towards these people. And that is why I think God wanted me to be here to be able to appreciate being taken care of, to appreciate being a member, to appreciate being led instead of leading. Because yes, at some point, I definitely wished I could be a team member so I could just give up on whatever I was doing, party. But you just cannot do it, and you have to push through. And this was the first time in my life that I was experiencing this so deeply. And so my advice to anyone who is struggling with their central figure is to take on more responsibility so that you can have this common base with them, and you can, maybe the same way I did, find this heart to empathize with them, to understand their situation, to understand why they did or said certain things. And so I am definitely determined to keep going. I'm determined to do even better. I am definitely not the best leader out there. I lack in so much, but just for this forgiveness that I was able to gain and everything I was able to let go during this time, I think it was definitely worth it to be a captain on Empower. Thank you. Oh, goodness, yes. What? Just to close off service? Oh, okay, please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parent, Jesus and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, good morning, God. Thank you so much for allowing us to gather together this morning, afternoon, and for allowing us, the Empower team, to share what we have been doing, but also to share our heart and express appreciation for this amazing community for having us. And I really pray, Heavenly Parent, that as we go into the rest of the afternoon and we can fellowship with each other and share a meal together, and also the carp event will be going on, I pray that you can be present in all of our lives and in all of our hearts. And I pray that today can be a day in which we can invite you into, and that that you can guide us in the upcoming week as well. So we want to offer up this prayer to you with gratitude. In my name, Erika Grants from a Blessed Central family, in attendance to our Holy Mother, Han Aju.
Yeah, thank you very much, Erika and Alexandra, and all the Empower team. Let's give them a warm round of applause. Gratitude. Thank you. So now we're going to have our offering song. So let's welcome up the worship team.
Our loving Heavenly Parents, true parent heavens humankind, thank you this Sunday. Thank you this empowers testimony. Also, we were very grateful that today, Easter Sunday, we want to show our love, respect Jesus Christ, who leads this history, human history, in order to receive true parent on this earth. Also, we want to send our love best to our true mother. She can really recover her good health. She can return to Cheonjeonggun soon. Thank you for this donation tiding that this fund can be really used to support your providence, to establish your kingdom heaven on this earth, together when two mothers' lifetime on this earth. Holy Mother Honey attending, Holy Mother Honey ハベル祝福家庭、豊子デイビスの皆をもって感謝祈祷いたします。アージュー。
Yes, thank you. Please be seated. Now, we're going to. Is there anybody here who, for the first time, would like to greet you? No, everybody's. Okay, nobody. Good. I mean, not good. Please bring your friends. Bring people. Bring your guests. Yeah. We're going to have potluck lunch afterwards, so please help to arrange the tables in the usual fashion, yeah. So we'll do that quickly, and then we can set up the tables at the back. You know what to do, so let's do that quickly. Nitya, can you come up? We offer the benediction. So let's rise for benediction. So in the 14th year of Cheonilguk, when we attend the Creator, Heavenly Parent substantially, let us, the blessed families around the world, become true sons and daughters of Cheonilguk, who fulfill our responsibility as the chosen people in unity with true parents. Arju. Arju, thank you very much. Yeah, let's have a short prayer for food, for grace.
Yeah. So I mean, pray for our potluck. Good morning, our most beloved Heavenly Parent. We are so happy to have each one of us here. We would like to celebrate the last meal together today before we enter to our daily life. Please bless the food that all from your brother and sister who bought from home or from the shop. Thank you so much. We want to offer with gratitude attend the Holy Mother Han. My name Nitaya Maun at Best Family Arju. And we invite the happy people to sit with us.
Yeah, I would like to invite the harp leaders?
Harp people.
Oh, all harp members to come and have a meal with us. So grab your food, harp members, and come to the table on the front. We want to share something with you. Harp. Have a happy Easter. Christ has risen. Christ has risen. Arju? Okay. Yeah. What's the